Hello, everyone, and welcome to my review of My Big Fat Greek Wedding number 2. This is number 2. Did this movie ever need to really exist? No. Is it completely unnecessary? Probably. Did secretly I want it? Or once I found out that it existed, did I want it? Absolutely, yes. Now, I loved the first one. I remember not rushing to the theater to see the film. I heard some things I heard some good things about it from family, from friends. So one day I just went to the theater. I saw it. I walked away. I loved the film. Of course, it went on to get an Oscar nomination for Best Original Screenplay or Adapted, whatever. It went on to be a huge hit. I think it came out in 2002, and now it's been 14 years later in the real world, but in the movie world, it's been about 17 years later. But I just want to show off that I'm a fan of this. I have the DVD, and I've got the Blu-ray. So here you go. Now that I've seen this film, do I want to go back and watch the original? Let's find out. So yes, in the movie, it has been 17 years or so because now this wonderful couple that has gotten married found love, even though they've got this crazy Greek family around them. We all have crazy families. I have a crazy family, not Greek, but crazy and insane, and I love them. So, of course, Nia Vardalos, gosh, I can't believe I got that. Vardalos. I'm sorry. I apologize. So anyways, Nia Vardalos is back. She's still married to her wonderful husband, who's played by John Corbett. They have wonderful parents, in-laws, they're all back. I mean, everyone's back. I mean, you've got Michael Constantine, who plays the father, who's got the Windex, and the mother, Lonnie Kazan, who is just lovely and crazy and fun and just full of life. But in this film, something happens to help us to get another Greek wedding. And if you've seen the trailer, then you do have a clear idea of what's going to happen in this movie. There's really no surprises. So yes, a part of me was excited to see this film. Did I tell you that everyone is in here? I mean, they've got almost, I think, everyone from the entire cast from the original is in this film. Some of them are working heavily and others are not. So I'm just saying it's just great to have them all back. Even before seeing the film, it's just great to have them all back. So I was very interested to see this film, though I felt the same kind of feelings after watching that I felt before seeing. And that would be, does this movie really need to exist? Does it really? No, it doesn't really need to exist. No one needs another big fat Greek wedding. Well, there's people that, deserve to have the wedding they want, any kind, I don't care. But, the original, it's a classic. It's funny. It's going to stand the test of time. People are going to love it forever. They're going to share with their families. It's fine on its own. I mean, I don't care who you are. I think everybody finds enjoyment of it. They can relate to it because we all have some crazy, weird, awesome. I said crazy a lot. But we have a lot of people. I'm crazy. In our families that, do things like this. Okay? So we can all relate to it no matter who we are. That's the great thing about the first movie is that whoever we are, we can all relate to it. Whether we're in relationships or not, or we're, dealing with certain things that are going on in our lives. We're just... we have family around us. If we get married to someone, we might adopt, if our family's normal, we might adopt a family that's crazy. So, yes. But you know what? I have to say, I love this crazy cast, and I'm glad they're all back. I believe after the hit movie, they tried to make a sitcom, and I believe everybody, for the most part, came back except for John Corbett. Probably the smartest thing he ever did. Because that show, who remembers that show? I don't. I think I watched the pilot and I was done with it. But I think there has been some time. It's been 14 years, 17 years in their world, 14 years in our world. And I enjoyed being back. I had fun watching it. I enjoyed the story. It was very easy to get into. I liked this cast. I think my major... the major aspect that I loved the most is that everybody's here and they are having so much fun, and I see that energy. It comes off into the screen, and it just absorbs my body, and I feel that love and the energy of this family. It's just great to see them again. If they decided to make one more, hopefully 10 years from now, if they decided, if everybody's still alive, because a lot of people, we're all getting older. I'm getting older. If I'm still alive, I'd like to see one more. They do have a daughter. She's 17 in this movie. But 10 years from now, when she's 30, 40 something, then she'll want to get married or something. I don't know. I'd be fine if they made one more, because it was great. It's not a great film. I did enjoy it. I liked it. I think it's good. But it was great to just be in that universe for about another hour and a half, see these characters, to listen to them, their interactions. It was fun. It was silly. It was cheesy at times. There was some really nice dramatic moments that, made me, maybe I was a little manipulated in those scenes. To wipe away a couple tears, and I don't care about that. It didn't bother me that much. I didn't mind if I was a little manipulated in that moment, but maybe because I just like these people. I like these characters. I like that we got to see them again, and the little mannerisms that they all have, and I like some of the things that it tackled, some of the subject matter that it tackled. I do want to point out this movie the first movie was PG. This movie is PG-13 for some suggestive material. And I want to point out that there is no sex, there is no nudity, and there is no real harsh language in this movie. And all that stuff that I've just mentioned, I have seen in some PG-rated films from the past. So I just have a lot of questions of so there's innuendos, and there's we're talking little dirty stuff. That's a little, but I've seen worse things in a PG rated film. This movie should be PG. The ratings board, MPAA, is a complete joke. I would be happy if it was just done away, and people like yourself could just make up your own mind, and maybe someone could see the movie before you and say, okay, well, there's this and there's this and there's this. I wish we didn't have to rely on just a small group of people. I wish we could rely on a community. Now that we have the internet, we can rely on maybe parents saying, okay, I saw the film and this is something that you should take your kids to, or you should not. This is a PG-13 movie that I honestly would take a 10-year-old, maybe an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, because a lot of stuff will just go over their head and they'll learn about it later, of course, in life. But there's PG-rated movies that they probably have seen that has more language in it, maybe some suggestive sex, and whatever. Maybe a scene of nudity. I mean, there are some PG-rated movies that have nudity in them. You can find them. They're around from the 80s and the 70s. They're there, PG-rated films. So whatever, go figure. Enough of my rant. So really quick, I like this film. I laughed. I had a good time. I didn't feel like my time was wasted. Did I feel like that it was a little unnecessary? Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a little unnecessary. But now that it does exist, and it looks like the cast had a lot of fun making it, their energy just comes off the screen so well, and I really liked this film. I enjoyed it, and it was something that I would recommend. If you're a fan of this series, I think you should see it, and if you're a casual fan, I think you should at least see it. It's definitely worth a watch, a matinee. And for that, I am going to give my Big Fat Greek Wedding number 2. I'm going to give it 3 stars. No, I'm going to give it a solid 3 stars out of 4. It just made me feel happy. And I like feeling happy. I like feeling good. And I like to laugh. So there you go. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.